Today on Media Alert Sandwich, we talk about
Weddings and funerals.
together.
Oh, and apart.
Oh, okay.
And other ways we get freelance gigs?
We're at LTU Anime Convention and Gaming Expo. So we talk. Who knows what's gonna happen here? There's just so much. Welcome to Media Alert Sandwich, and today we are at Lawrence Tech for the LTU Anime Con and Gaming Expo. With furries, with a whole bunch of cosplay. This is, I don't know what year this is, but I know this is completely different than their previous years. Last year they were in one building. This year they're spread out in 3 buildings and all the floors. Good luck finding everything because everyone asking us where everything is. There's always something everywhere you turn around. With me is William from
allaboutwilliam.com
and Mark from
crazymark.com.
and I'm Toaden from Toaden.com and youtube.com/ToadenK. Yes, I still advertise my YouTube. Even though it seems like it's kind of dying. I know a lot of people are moving around. I don't know what everyone wants to talk about today because usually we go to a con that's full of people, but when you got a con with so many hours, you never know where to go.
Oh, we could talk about apps.
We could talk about apps.
Yep. What kind of apps would you like to talk about?
Well, I'd like to see. Well, first of all, Twitch has been making a good run for it right now because I just downloaded the app to go stream with that whenever I travel around and want to broadcast.
See, when I think Twitch, I think of gaming.
And if I show up at a gaming con, that's all the more better.
Right. But I know people use Twitch for a lot of things. We just talked to Kevin McLeod last week. He does a lot of his composing while live on Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll even have his clients watching him, which he's pretty sure it's a little bit illegal considering this is professional content work for cartoons and movies and stuff.
So that's pretty cool.
It's the same thing on
Well, his bosses haven't said nothing, so it's not illegal for them. So.
Yeah. Check out that episode last week. It was pretty good.
Well, that's pretty cool if you can multitask, game, and produce music at the same time. Thumbs up to you.
Well, that's not gaming. That's him.
He was
composing
music.
Oh, that's what I mean. Composing and gaming at the same time.
Composing for a game.
Yeah. Oh, so he wasn't gaming and composing.
We're slowly getting there. I was
about to say, that's magical multitasking right there. Gaming and
Mark's
composing at the same time.
Podcasts.
A little bit. That's okay.
It's all right. It's just a week.
No, because when I compose, I usually have to sit down with my big box from Taco Bell. I'm like,
it's easy to get
and
confused.
playing with stuff, you know.
A lot of times when you tell people you do one thing, something else pops in mind. Like when you tell people you're a photographer.
Yep.
I think we found our subject.
Yay!
When you tell people you're a photographer at conventions, what do people think you do?
A little bit of everything. A lot of people actually think I'm cosplaying as Peter Parker, or they just think I'm taking pictures. That's it.
Yeah, well, that's a lot, right? You make a living off this because so many photographers have. Oh, here's my sign-up sheet. You go to any convention Facebook page, all you see are sign-up sheets. You walk in with the idea that there's going to be more photographers than attendants, which sometimes there are.
Sometimes. I've been to several cons, which they were.
Yeah.
Yeah, very familiar with some of those cons that had more photographers than vendors, which they really needed.
Why is everyone here a photographer and or selling magnets?
Oh, that's nice. I really want to get a handful of magnets and put in the same bag with electronics gear. Yeah.
Yeah, but
right.
people kind of have kind of an imprint. Like when you tell people, oh man, when I show up to a place with a video camera, or people, I tell them, oh yeah, I'm a videographer, and they see my video camera, they make the exact same jokes. They say the exact same thing.
When are you going to upgrade to a DSLR?
That too. Hey, can you come videotape my wedding?
That is a real joke. Yes. Yeah, like how much are you going to pay me?
Yeah, I'm not really big into weddings. That's not.
Well, yeah, I get a lot of people that assume that I've done a lot of weddings.
Well, have you there?
No, I
William?
actually have not done one.
Because I was about to say, that's big money right there.
It can be.
Get in.
That's right here, but I haven't tried yet.
But then you're also at the mercy of the bridezilla. you know.
Well, sometimes there's so many shows dedicated to the bridezillas and stuff.
And then
But,
the wedding planner. Oh my God!
Really, isn't that just like a negative connotation too? Like, oh, you're the bride, oh, you're getting married, so you must be like straining everything. Isn't that just another thing that's just not always true?
Well, yeah, that's right. It's not always true, but
you're organizing your own event. Why wouldn't you have control over that?
That is true. You want things to be picture perfect. And I used to videotape weddings long ago. And true enough, some weddings are very loose and open, or it's, oh yeah, sure, get shots there and get the shots there. But then ahead of time, they say, show up an hour early, and there's the bride saying, here's my list. I want this shot, this shot, this shot, and that shot. So yeah, I've shot, it's funny, and you're all gonna laugh, I've shot maybe about 40 weddings in the past, and that's a lot considering what a videographer would want to submit themselves to.
Half the time I get invited to a wedding to shoot, they also want me to be a guest. I'm like, you don't understand. I can't be a guest at a wedding and work the wedding at the same time. And maybe not three, but two of these times I was also asked to be part of the bridal part, be part of the party, more groomsmen, and videotape the wedding at the same time. I'm good at multitasking, but not that good.
But yeah, when you start, you're at the reception and here we go, let's throw some more back, and before too long, the video's looking very experimental.
Well, it just sits somewhere, it's by itself.
Yeah, tripod. Everybody
Uncle
wants
Joe is interested, so he picks it up and starts playing with it and just changes all the settings on it.
Yeah, it's just like on Cloverfield kind of thing. Oh, I got the video camera now.
So shaky. That movie just so shaky.
Cloverfield wedding.
I think I wasn't working a wedding. I was working at a haunted house right outside a banquet hall. And sometimes wedding parties would come out and go to the haunted house. And it was cool because when they tell us, and then if it was a light day, sometimes people would follow them in. A bunch of the monsters will follow them into to the banquet hall. Sometimes people are like, "Oh my God, yes! All of you guys come in." And then other times like, "Yeah, come on, let's do this. Go ahead, advertise your haunted house. Let's get some more people out there. It's fun." And then people are like, "No, this is a serious wedding, guys. What are you doing?"
Bring in the formaldehyde, folks.
Oh.
No, honestly. I mean, were there any points there where someone at the haunted house had a plant go in with the rest of the group and actually have their limbs torn off and blood everywhere?
Not to the wedding, no.
Oh, I was talking about the haunted house.
Oh, in the haunted house.
Yeah.
No, not that one. No, this one was a volunteer JC's one, so it's not like not like the ones you've worked at.
Yeah, but
it was a very volunteer based.
Yeah. Back to the wedding, the person I used to work with, they would always sit back, watch the video, and say, "I predict they'll be together for only 2 years," or "I predict they'll break up next week," or "I
That's
predict
mean.
they'll be together for forever."
That's
what
mean.
the owner would do. While I bring in and transfer the video, oh, they'll only last 3 years.
So is this like one of those
3 years.
bigger wedding producing companies?
Yes, from the location where I was, and to tell you how big it was, the owner's son went on to become the producer of Paranormal Activity.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm not going to mention any names, but there you go. That's as far as I'll go.
Well, it's a
with
good
that.
place to get your start. That's why a lot of people get a lot of money. I personally don't like doing weddings. I usually tell people I do a funeral before I do a wedding.
Yeah.
I've always said that as a joke, not seriously. So saying that now, I've done about 8 or 9 memorials / funerals. Because people they want to capture they want to capture the speeches.
Right on.
And people do rewatch them, and we're also in the age of streaming. Goes back to Twitch. Now, I'm not saying I want to watch a funeral on Twitch. Very respectful.
That's true.
It's
Definitely.
all about the speeches. It's all about the memorials. and people will rewatch them. It's actually a big business, and a lot of the bigger wedding production companies have separate funeral ones with separate websites because, well, you don't want to say we do weddings and funerals. No, that's you don't want that to be
Welcome
in.
in.
Come all
Goodbye.
shop.
Kind of
You
thing.
want to keep those separate.
Wait, you don't want to do the wedding and then have the death to you part 2, don't you? You don't really want to cover that part where
Well,
they
see,
actually.
if I could predict that I would
Well,
never
wait,
be
wait,
doing
wait,
that,
wait,
I would never
wait.
put a skull and crossbones as my logo. It's just I would never have done that.
Yeah, but at your funerals, has anyone buried a motorcycle along with the person?
No,
I've seen that.
That's happened at the funeral I covered.
Yep.
Yeah,
it,
I've
it was
seen
for a
that.
club.
Okay, I could understand that.
It was cool, but of course,
Honestly,
gotta be respectful.
Honestly, mine had nothing to do with the actual burials, never showing that. It was only the speeches and memoriam stuff, and that's the kind of stuff you do actually see on TV and stream, like usually when it's a big celebrity. But people like to rewatch stuff for a family member. I think those get more rewatchability than weddings, because how many people actually sit back and rewatch other people's weddings?
Not really. It's usually taken the DVD or whatever and thrown in the cabinet. But right now, we got ourselves a cool crowd here. I was wondering if anybody out there has any questions for us. If you're starting streaming, if you want to start your own podcast, if you're a beginning YouTuber.
We have a photographer, we have YouTube, we have all sorts of different broadcasting musician. I'm also a professional audio-visual person, so I can talk about careers outside
He's on that in
of
his day
things.
job.
Yeah, I do, I do a lot of different things for the day job, which is fantastic. What's up? You know what? Feel free to jump on this mic up here.
Yeah, it's Q&A time. Ta-da! Right here at Media Literacy.
Hey, we're at a college, and I used to teach video production at this college for 3 years.
And
Yes.
And look, you have the Sheldon Cooper shirt on. William, would you fix her microphone, please? Here, so that. Oh, you can grab it.
I'm a small human.
I'm a small human.
No, why not ask some questions, I guess? So, how does one become successful in the podcast or the YouTubes or whatever?
Luck.
Luck.
Lots of luck, lots of networking.
Persistence. You gotta persist.
Yes.
Don't give up.
Yeah,
Definitely learn networking.
I mean, there are people that just put something out and just throw it to the wall, and it does stick.
Yeah.
The longer we get into how popular things are, the harder it is to do that.
Right.
So the biggest thing is just networking out there. It's funny because there's so many podcaster hangouts and festivals and things. Like there was one just a few weeks ago, and they're like, "We're the first Detroit podcast festival." No, you're not.
No. There's been many, I'm sure.
It's
I've
just,
been to 4 before that one.
it's kind of funny because we talked about networking and getting together with people and talking to each other, but it's such kind of the personalities were really not social.
So you got to be pretty much social.
Well,
It helps.
yeah, it helps, but I have autism, so it hurts trying to be social, and I'm doing pretty well. So you
Hey.
just have to keep trying.
So
Yeah.
persistence and the
Oh, and something else,
socializing.
keep your ear to the wire because you never know when something will come along. Now, for me, I have this thing called Creepy the Clown.
Oh,
And this
yeah.
was before the whole clown craze took off. And I was fortunate enough to get in and get creepytheclown.com when it was. Keep your mind open, your eyes open on all the media, like branding a website. Branding's a good way to go. If you
Yeah.
see something that people like, go in and get that .com because right now Creepy the Clown's worth over 50 grand.
Oh,
When the last
jeez.
time I went
Never
in-
know when what you're covering. Don't just jump in and say, like, oh, a lot of people are into this thing. I'm going to go into that. Go into what you're into because you never know if that niche, that niche is going to take off.
Right, yeah, no.
Yeah, if you get
Because
into
when he was doing his Creepy the Clown thing, or when he started it, we didn't know that there's going to be people dressed up as clowns and scaring kids and doing that weird thing, and that spiked him up.
It did.
We just talked to a guy the other day, which he had a need for graph paper. This is going somewhere. he had a need for graph paper. He made a template to just download and print off graph paper. He's like, hey, maybe other people need this. So he cleaned up the software, put it up online. If you Google graph paper, his website
Is number one.
And
Number
he has-
one.
So he's number one graph paper. This guy is a world-known musician. His music is the most used music on the internet. You have heard his music. Absolutely, you won't know his name, but you've heard his music because he is in every YouTuber's ever used Kevin MacLeod and in Computech, and including a lot of film festivals, and also he's professional too. So his music's been in Doctor Who, it's been in a bunch of stuff. But yet he's the number one graph paper person.
That's what he's
Who
known
knew?
for.
I got a question for you. Do you have an Instagram page or a Snapchat page?
I do.
Let everybody in the world know right now.
My Instagram is Mindalion369. So Mindalion 369, pretty much.
Everybody out there, keep your eyes on this young lady. She's going to make something happen.
No.
Yeah, but it is really tough. Like for us, we've been on a couple different networks. YouTube-wise, we're in a bunch of networks, and now all YouTube is going down. And we're looking at other platforms, and we are about to be syndicated with a veteran-focused network, which is really kind of odd. But we're not even officially on it, and I'm going to be on a couple of the podcasts promoting us and possibly taking over some permanent hosting duties. We're still talking about different things. But it's all about networking. We've been invited to beta test different sites. We've been I've been doing tech reviews for a while, and a lot of that's just, hey, I've seen that you did this. I was able to search you, be able to find you when I searched this thing, and I think we would be able to work out on this. I mean, a lot of it's just that, just being able to be searchable. So don't forget to put your tags in. Good tags, not just, this is popular, I'm going to put this tag in there.
And if you're working on a website, those H1s are very valuable. Mm-hmm. And especially if you get a .com. Get a .com, not like .org or .me or .biz.
A lot of things are hard to get, but if you can,
If you can, yes.
That might be old
Definitely
news
try to get
coming up because
.com.
I've seen so many professional websites are now .co and .org, but it's still .com's the standard for now.
That is the
For
granddaddy of them all. That's the way to go.
Let's go back to freelance work. Unless we will answer any questions that we know of, or we'll find the answer. But we'll go back to freelance work. How about that? Okay, so back, how do you find weddings? How do you get employed at a wedding?
Like I said, I haven't yet, so I'm the last person you would want to ask.
Yeah, but usually, like when you put out your photography outfit, that's what people start asking about. And then when you start getting known for events, like you start getting, I think the last one I was asked to do is a zombie walk, because I'm known for zombie walks. I've done many zombie walks, many zombie parties. So on Mother's Day, I might go out for a really small zombie party with some well-known zombie cosplayers for a kid. I forgot what he's diagnosed with, but they're doing a special zombie event for him because he's really into zombie movies, and they got some well-known zombie people coming out for that. I don't know if it's a public event, so I don't really want to say who's coming out or where or anything like that. But I think stuff like that's very special. I love the charity events.
I do some
like
charity
that.
events now too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the Autism Hero Walk.
Oh yeah, it's all the cosplay, a bunch of cosplayers in that too.
Yeah.
Some great people that we know.
I had somebody that was
that.
organizing that actually reach out to me to do that. They're like, we can't really pay you for it, but we can make it so you can get in for free, like on a press pass.
Right.
And that was really cool. That was actually fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and I love one of the ones that I love doing, the Wyandotte Zombie Pub Crawl, which I no longer do pub crawls except for that one, because you know how hard it is to be not only is it usually at night, but you're also following around a bunch of mostly drunk people when you have your camera. It gets very awkward. Yeah, so we're all over the place. It's really hard to be like, I'm in this area. you always got to expand the horizons because you never know who's going to call you. I remember interviewing for one video position for a law firm to go and videotape depositions. And they're like, yeah, we have no idea where you're ever going to be. You might be in this area one day, and then you might have to drive to another state because they can't, for whatever reason, they can't come to court. So that's why you go to them to get their depositions. So with video, you never know what you're going to be doing. At least while you're building up that profile, that background, that experience.
Your portfolio.
Yeah.
That's the word.
The portfolio.
The demo reel. The almighty demo reel.
I mean, you might go, most people go into film thinking, I'm going to be I'm going to do this movie, I'm going to do that movie, I want to do that, or I want, they don't think that they're going to be doing instructional videos for a corporate company, but they like it. And why not? It's a good, steady paycheck.
Yeah, you got to pay the rent, people.
Or be driving around doing depositions. It's something new, living on the road. It's fun. What else weird stuff? Music. A lot of people want to do music videos. What's another weird thing that events?
Events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting paid just to have a little corner somewhere in an event, and you're just running out doing live streaming all day, and that's actually a very good thing. It's for the larger conventions that can afford that.
When you're doing that, more or less, it says the convention had money to hire a
Sometimes
public,
it's not even the convention, but we've been to some of those conventions that have social media people. How to Halloween was one of them.
Yeah, they have peeps running around taking shots of that.
Right, and then I've gone to other ones that will hire other people to do that. Like, hey, it's so and so's coverage of CES or NAB or whatever, or C2E2. Everyone's got their own coverage.
Because that's a job in its own right. And I'm telling a lot of these conventions out there who are starting up, don't rely upon someone who's helping you to organize the convention to stop all of a sudden every few minutes along the way during the day to go out and promote your convention while they should be really doing something else. You got to go out and find a social media person to handle all that, to wander the con, to wander the event, and get the word out while you all are working the floor.
And being a social media person isn't, I'm just going to post on Facebook and put this out. Why not? We've all done it, right? That. But when you're doing it corporate, when you're doing it for a job, it's a different. You're looking at analytics. You're looking at your targeted demographic. You're looking at trying to figure out different apps just to search for who am I not reaching.
You're hustling the day of the event. I'll tell you what.
It becomes what you thought would be a dream job. Well, so some people, what they think is a dream job turns into, man, this feels like work.
It's a lot of work.
This feels like on Instagram.
Hey,
but no,
you'll be surprised how many people don't want to work at a job.
Mm-hmm. All right, we got more peeps. Come on in.
What time do we have going on? Okay, so we got another like 5 minutes before we need to start tearing down here. Any other questions? Anything else you want us to?
The mic is open.
We have a mic open. All right. Well, you can find me at Toaden.com and YouTube.com/ToadenK. You can find our podcast, Media Literacy Sandwich. We interview a lot of people. We talk to authors about self-publishing. We cover a lot of different things. William, where people can find you at?
You can find me at allaboutwilliam.com.
And Mark?
I'm at crazymark.com.
And with us for our camera guide today, we have Third Hand B, and you can find him on Mixer. If you just go to Mixer and look up Third Hand B 14, you could find him. He's doing a lot of Sea of Thieves things and some other stuff I don't care about, but because I like Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves has been rocking it.
Hey. Thank you to LTU Anime. Oh, I forgot. We're semi-sponsored by Moose Jaw today. Unofficially sponsored by Moose Jaw. And, of course, Turtle Trinkets.
Moose Jaw Graphics.
Moose Jaw, they do camping gear. They do a bunch of stuff. And we have things from Moose Jaw to hand out, which we'll do momentarily. So thank you to Moose Jaw, and thank you to Turtle Trinkets. David Turtle Trinkets. He's not at this convention today, but he's at way more conventions than we are. I think he's in Ypsilanti today.
I think he's at a convention every weekend.
Yeah, at least one. Sometimes Turtle Trinket splits up into two a weekend, sometimes more.
And I thought I
they're
was
all
busy.
over the Detroit area. They're all over the Toledo area, and they drive all over the place. So go on Facebook, check out Turtle Trinkets. Anything pop culture they have. If you need something from them, I'm sure they'll find it. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and may the algorithms be in your favor.